I'm gonna check out this dirt road here and see where it goes. Curious. It's nothing. It just looks like a little shortcut walking path. Yeah, so how about that Afghanistan kerfluffle? 21 years over there doing stuff. Naughty, dirty, stinky stuff, if you don't include the Mujahideen period. Playing geopolitics, you know, the great game. And then at the end of the day, you're out. And people are confused, you know, they're like, and I have to walk around that thing. They're like, what happened? Who do I need to talk to? Well, I remember after 9/11, I was like most people, you know, go kill the bastards. You know, but a year into that thing, I used to watch Bill Moyer's Journal, which was about as alternative media as you could watch back in the day. So I'd look at different things, read Mother Jones and whatnot. Today, I mean, there's so many channels. You have to be a very adept, critical thinker to navigate around all the bullshit. But I read a few books on the Taliban, you know, a few books. And on the Great Game, you know, what was it? Invaders at the Top of the World and so on and so forth. There's a few really good books about the British in Afghanistan at the turn of the 19th, 20th century and after. Oh man, it's really interesting. I'll put the books in the description of this video. And after that I was thinking, oh man, this is just another one of the US military adventures that are going to make a small number of people filthy rich and fuck everybody else up. Okay, look, this is a dead end. And these people have a very nice little house in a very nice location. Little barbecue area over there. And then this just dead ends here, I think. Maybe the path goes up through there. Maybe. Yes? No? See? Oh no. No? There's a bit of a fence there. Ooh, nice view. Check out those cliffs. Awesome. Invigorating. I shouldn't say awesome. I should say invigorating or spectacular or whatever. Anyway, so what are you going to read? You know, that was years ago, like 2001, 2001, 2002. And so I got a different perspective on it. And I was thinking, oh boy, Vietnam. The Russians were there forever. And what the hell are you really doing running around the planet trying to force cultures that are so completely different from ours to like get with the program and build a Disneyland and some shopping malls and let us take your mineral resources and, you know, legalize the poppies, for Christ's sake. Let the pharmaceutical companies sell heroin. But, you know, it's for profit. Profits first, obviously. But everyone's going to convince themselves, the people who are playing the game, the people in power, are going to convince themselves that it's for the right reasons, ideological reasons, you know, freedom and democracy and Western civilization and whatnot. And people are gonna literally buy into it because all the individuals, the Ayn Randy individuals in the United States of new miracles, are going to think that all the little things that they think in their mind comes from them and their individualistic, wonderful personality and intellect, when almost everything they think was drilled into them by the culture, the environment, propaganda, popular, media, popular culture, and so on. But they somehow think that, well, I live in Arkansas or Idaho or New York City, and I know what I think. This is what I think, and it's me thinking it, and I'm an individual, and when I use all the roads and the interwebs and whatnot, it's my individual use of them that matters. And, there's no sense of the collective anymore. Or, fuck the collective. People hate that word, so fuck it. Community, just kind of like being a responsible member of a community. Alexa de Tocqueville would be crying in his grave if he saw the United States now. It's like Margaret Thatcher. There is no such thing as a society. There are only individuals and families. Okay. Obviously, she hasn't studied, well, that was a long time ago, but even if you had a cursory understanding of anthropology back then, and I would say Maggie had a good knowledge of history, at least, She was not a stupid woman. She was well educated, she knew what was going on, but she did buy into this thing. And of course, everyone is incentivized to do things, so she was incentivized also in her world to believe that. And Reagan as well. It's not like these people are evil. When all these goofballs, I saw a Ruth Bader Ginsburg documentary. She was a Supreme Court justice, a little superwoman who died in her 80s, but was on the Supreme Court until she passed. And, people on the other side of the ideological ledger were calling her evil, a devil, a mad woman, and it's just purely ideology, Obviously, Ruth Bader Ginsburg isn't evil, and neither was Maggie Thatcher or Ronnie Reagan, or George W. or Obama or Trump. I mean, they are what they are. When they get into real politics and when they get into, the game, and they realize what the incentives are in the game and what they have to do to stay in the game, basically you want to keep playing. It's like you're playing this computer game and you don't want to stop, even if you don't sleep, don't eat. People have died sitting at a console playing, or at their computers in a comfortable chair playing a computer game. They just play until they die. Once you're in the power center and you're a mover and a shaker and a big player, you just want to keep playing. So you'll make compromises, you'll do things that you have to do to stay in the game. And the first thing you'll realize as a player is that you have to play with the other players. And if all the other players are doing this shit, then you're going to have to do this shit. In other words, compromise your ethics, your moral intuitions, your intellect, data, science. There's never going to be a science-driven, data-driven, efficient government in the world. Not as long as we have the kind of culture that we have in the West. And I'm not saying that China or any other country has a better culture or anything. I'm just saying ours leaves a lot to be desired, especially under these circumstances. Yeah, you can get your white goods, I know. It's a pretty damn good time to be alive if you have resources, if you have money, and friends and family, and if you know yourself and you're healthy and whatnot. But there are still billions of people in the world who aren't. Doesn't mean it's your responsibility to fix them. But we could work towards having a more efficient government, a more data-driven government, a more science-oriented government, and on and on. I mean, there are things that we can improve. And it blows my mind when people don't think that there are. Bom dia. And so, wow. Check out this viewster, man.